Hello and welcome to Yoga with Ashley. And yes, I'm a little bit late today, quite a bit late. I wasn't feeling so good this morning, so I thought I'd just hop on whenever I was feeling better and awake. So my name is Ashley. If you haven't seen a video with me before, I love leading you and others through yoga practices and teaching through with tips and tricks for yoga practices and for yoga teachers. So you can find more about all of that and some super cool guides and such at ashesyoga.com. For now, let's get started with a little morning yoga practice. And I pretty much just woke up or just got up, so you're practicing along with me. So we're going to start seated in what's usually just a comfortable position. Close the eyes and start to tune inward, noticing what you're feeling in your body, and especially noticing how your breath is coming in deeply into the belly and out through the nose as you exhale. So in and out through the nose with that breath. And just take a few deep breaths. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy. We're waking up. If all we ever worked on was deep breaths throughout our day or our practice, and we took in these deep breaths every single morning, we'd live just a longer, probably more healthier life because of it. So we start to send any tension, stress down the shoulders, out of the body. All right, we're gonna get moving. So we're gonna just roll ourselves forward to the hands and knees. Finding a hands and knees type of position for some of our spinal warm-ups. So the hands are stacked right under the shoulders and knees are underneath the hips. We arch the back and look up. This is a cow pose. Round the back and look down for cat pose. So we do that a few times to get that spine moving and that core nice and strong. Many of these videos that I do in the future, if they're done in real time, will be more of a basics or beginners yoga style, just to make it a little easier for me with growing baby belly, and also just to introduce you guys to the practice. Okay, now take it side to side. So go right and left, just moving your body, moving your hips and your rib cage. You can move the head around, really just adding some free-form movement. Now some circles through the spine, through the waist, through that core. Okay, keep one. Let's take it back to neutral. So neutral is pressing into the hands. We have a little lift of the upper back, creating more of a hollowness through the chest and the belly. Keep one hand on the ground, take it maybe to the center right under the nose. Then other arm reaches up for a nice twist. Rotate the wrist a few times, reach back, open up the heart, open up that top shoulder. Rotate the wrist, just wiggling our fingers. We'll take the other side, so take the other hand down, switch sides, other arm reaches up. Got this nice expansiveness. Rotate the hands and the fingers. Okay, hands come down to the floor. Now walk the hands forward, keeping the hips over the knees for puppy pose. Reaching forward, draw the chin down, look forward at the top of the mat. This helps to open up the shoulders and the chest. The front of the body region. So slide those shoulders down the back and melt the heart down to the floor. Okay, walk your hands back to under the shoulders for the hands and knees. Actually, in fact, yeah, let's do it this way. So we'll take the hands under the shoulders, Step the feet back one at a time for plank pose. Plank pose. There we go. Feeling pretty strong? Maybe. Let's get a little warm up by taking the knees down. So instead of hands and knees where we're stacked up in that 4-point base, we're in a modified plank pose. And then we'll do 3 tricep push-ups just to get our arms and our upper body warm. Hug the elbows in, look forward beyond the mat. Exhale, do lower. Inhale, press to that plank pose. Lower, lift, lower, and lift. Now staying with the hands where they are and the knees where they are, sit back in child's pose, sitting on the heels. Then when you use that tricep push-up as we do little baby flows. So from child's pose with those knees about hip distance, tuck the chin, roll it forward as you inhale. Take an exhale as you lower with 90-degree bend in the elbows. Press back up to a modified plank and round it back to child's pose. 2 more times. Forward, inhale. Exhale, tricep push-up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back to child's pose. Can you do that one more time? Sure. Shift forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Now tuck your toes under. Hips up, knees up, and press it back. Downward facing dog. So our first downward facing dog here today. Bend the knees one at a time. And the hips can move and wiggle side to side. Again, it's morning. We want some movement in our bodies, in the side of the body. Adding a twist. Walk the feet forward about halfway. Again, let's take the right hand to opposite ankle for a little twist. Look underneath that left shoulder. Then switch it. Right hand forward, left hand to the opposite ankle on the outside. Look underneath the shoulder. Then hands back to the floor. Walk both feet forward, right behind the hands. You can stay about hip distance apart, bend the knees, grab the elbows, a little shake out the head, rock side to side. Okay, let's release the hands to the floor, roll yourself up, and you can walk your hands up the legs too if that is better for your body. We're gonna roll ourselves up to a standing pose, nice and tall. So we'll step to the top of the mat as we go through a few sun salutations to fully warm up and integrate. So feet can be together or hip distance apart. Palms forward, shoulders roll back. Take an inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, open the arms and dive down towards the floor with hands touching. Bend the knees softly as you fold if that feels good for the hamstrings. Lift halfway, take the hands on the shins, look forward. Exhale as you plant the hands down. Let's step both feet back to plank position. Shift high up under the tippy toes. Look forward. And from the knees to the toes, we'll do that tricep push-up again. Bend the elbows, lower halfway down. Now with the abdomen, come up dog or modified plank pose, like I just did. And then look down. This is more of an up dog, less back bend though. Look down, roll it back, use your core strength to draw back to downward facing dog. Awesome, look forward, bend the knees. You can step or jump forward, as long as you land softly. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Roll yourself up again to standing. Reach those arms overhead, inhale. Let's do it again. Hands through the center of the body this time, forward fold. And half lift, look forward, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back or jump back. I like to step back though. Plank, shift, tippy toes. Exhale, hug the elbows in, looking forward. Low plank or chaturanga. Press your heart forward and through, slide it through. Exhale, roll it back, tuck the chin, lift the hips to downward facing dog. Cool. Look forward, bend the knees, spread the fingers wide, prepare to jump or step. Exhale, jump, step, or float forward. Half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And again, roll it up in the knees, arms hanging out. Reach overhead. Hands to your heart. Take this moment here to tune in once again. Take a few deep breaths and then acknowledge any gratitude, appreciation you have for your day, for your practice, or whatever comes to mind in a positive light. All right, let's do a few more poses. So we'll take the hands by your side, bend the knees and sit back into chair pose. Reach those arms up. Exhale as you fold it down. Half lift, lengthen that body, inhale. Now take the hands down, but step the right foot only back into a lunge. Right foot back. Right foot steps back, good. We're doing a little bit of a twisty practice today. Right hand to the inside of the foot, left arm reaches up for a long, reaching, twisted lunge. We take a few breaths, lengthening that back leg, pressing through the back heel, and pressing through that front big toe. Okay, then we rotate, arms open wide. Inhale, reach up. Let's do a little flow. Pull the elbows back and down. Exhale, maybe get a little lower. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, elbows back and down. Press back as you do this. Inhale, reach up. Hands in behind the back. Exhale, interlace the hands. Press them down. Look up. Hold it. Anytime we're in a lunge like this, the back knee can be down. Good. Release the hands, reach up. Then hands to the floor, framing that front foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Good. We'll lift that left leg, the one we just stepped back, and bend the knee to open up the hip. Let's get a little bit more open in that hip and leg area. So press that right heel down. Okay, straighten the leg, lift it high. And then step between the hands again. Step between the hands. Spin the back heel down for warrior stance. Then rise up for warrior one. Soften the shoulders. Exhale to warrior one. Inhale a little longer in that reach and gaze up. Exhale, open it up. Left hand forward, right hand back to warrior two with strong reach in the arms and deep bend in that front knee. Flip that left palm, reach forward, then reverse that left arm up high, right hand to the back leg. It's just one deep breath each pose. Back to warrior two on an inhale. Exhale, elbow to your thigh, right arm overhead, reaching, rolling the right shoulder back. Then reach it forward, left hand to the outside of the foot, right hand down to the floor. Pivot the hips so that they face forward. Step forward into a forward fold. Got it? Awesome. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold low. Sit back into chair pose again. Reach those arms up. Settle in. Hands to your heart. So one side feels a little uneven. Let's work that out right now. Take an inhale, reach up. Hands through the heart center, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Step the left foot back into this low lunge. Long reaching step back. Left hand to the floor on the inside of the foot. Right arm slides straight up for the twist. Again, keep the back leg strong. Energy through the heel. Core strength drawing you up, reaching to the sky. And then we rotate forward, open up the arms, And square up everything to the front. Rise on an inhale for crescent lunge. Again, pull it down and back, elbows down and back 2 times. Get a little deeper in this lunge stance. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale, lift. Put the hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Press the knuckles down the leg. Lift the chest and look up. Bend deeper into that right knee. Okay, release the hands, reach up. Flow it down. Hands frame that front foot. Step that right foot back to downward facing dog. Just for a moment. Then lift your right leg, the one we just stepped back. Bend the knee and open up in that hip. Keeping equal weight in both hands. And a pressing motion through that left heel. Good, we'll take it to straight leg. Deep breath in, lift a little higher. Toes point towards the floor. Neutral hips. Exhale, step between the hands. Back foot comes down to the floor. We pivot the back foot, seal it, rise up for warrior 1. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Good, open to warrior 2, right hand forward, left hand back. You might have to widen the stance a little bit. I usually do in this pose. Good, flip the right palm. Little reach forward before we reverse it. So right arm reaching overhead, palm facing the back of the room. Okay, lift back up to warrior 2, inhale. Exhale, elbow to the thigh, right, left arm overhead. You can extend this or keep the hand reaching right overhead. Good, back up to warrior 2, lift. Now reach forward, right hand to the outside of the leg, left hand follows. Take it down, step forward into a forward fold. Good, half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold low. Bend the knees to back, again, chair pose. And then fold it down, but keeping the hands in front of the feet just for fun. Take the feet a little wider. Bend the elbows. Hands on the ground. Knees to the back of the triceps or the elbows. Look way forward. That's going to help you. Look forward. Let me get back here a little bit. Look forward. Round the upper back, press into the floor, into the fingertips. 1 foot lifts and 2 feet lifts, crow pose or crane pose, Bakasana. Just for fun, and we can come back down. Let's end up sitting down. So from the squat position, use your hands or just reach forward and sit back into this position. Good. Now take the feet together and knees open wide. Feet open like a little pages of a book. Lift the chest, lift the shoulders, and then pull it down, elbows to the thighs. So that was our standing series of practice. It was a short one, doesn't have to be too crazy long. Really, we're just looking to find sensation and feel something to help us set up for the day. Okay, lift it back up. Let's take the feet together. Knees open to 90 degrees. Actually, feet not together. Knees open to hip distance, feet hip distance. I'm going to turn again to the side. Lift the hips, reverse tabletop, a great back bend option or heart opening for those who are struggling with back bends and chest opening. Let's take that right foot straight up, try it. Ankle then goes right above the knee for this figure 4 position, then sit down. So it's sometimes a difficult transition, but it's a good one to get ourselves into a hip stretch. So you can flip the hands so they're a little facing the back of the room. And then flex that right foot and pull a little bit closer, chest towards the leg. And I said we were going to do a little more twisty practice today, just gentle twists, of course. We'll take that right foot, the one that's on top, we pivot in the hips, take it down to the floor. Keep that right hand behind you, the base of the back, reach the left arm up, hug the knee or elbow on the knee, twist and look back. Just a few breaths. Good, release it, bring it back to where we came from, this seated figure four. Lift the hips again, right leg up, right leg down, right foot on the floor. Lift the hips higher, once again. Take the left leg up, ankle to the knee in a figure four position. Lift higher and lower down. Flip the hands, so that's helpful for your stretch, for your sensation. Sit nice and tall. You're trying to press that knee away from you, ankle closer to you. The more this front foot, this bottom foot is forward, the less intense it will be. The more you have it hugged in close to you, the more intense it will be. Okay, let's add that twist to our life. So take the left foot down, pivot in the hips. Foot comes down, left hand stays at the back, right arm reaches up, elbow to the knee or hug the knee, look back. Okay, we'll lift it back up to that figure four. Hips up, one more time, left leg high, left foot on the floor. Then one more time, lift the hips. Look back or look up and lower back down. All right, feet to the top of the mat. We're rolling it down, reach forward, roll down slowly to the ground. Hug the knees in, rock side to side. Then reach long from wall to wall. Point the toes. Point the toes, reach the fingers long. Take the right leg straight up. Pull back behind the leg on the calf or the hamstring. And then switch sides. And before we head to our relaxation, we're going to do this little core work a few times. So keep the legs hovering above the floor and switch. Switch, just a few switches. And pulling back each time on the leg, on the calf or the hamstring. You can do this with bent knees too. It's a little swimming motion for core strength. Couple more. Last one. And hug the knees in. Quick twist to the left or the right. Just twist the leg down to one side. And then switch it, other side. Lift back up. Feet together, knees open wide for reclined bound angle. And this is where we will end our practice, in a way at least, getting into fully tuning inward again and relaxing. So you can keep the feet together, knees open, or if it's more comfortable for you, a traditional Shavasana style pose, legs out, hands by your side. Close your eyes and take a minute just to reflect, to detach, to unwind, and to breathe. You will start to wiggle the fingers and toes, deepening the breath. Reach the arms overhead. Roll to your side to help you in the safest way possible to roll back up to a seated pose or to sit back up. So take that top hand and lift up. You sit nice and tall. And that was our morning practice. Thank you for joining. Once again, you can find out more at ashesyoga.com. Check out all the videos and all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. Hopefully there'll be another yoga practice or something, but feel free to reach out with any questions, and I'd love to help you along your yoga journey.